part of what I want to try to help educators do is to think about how can we tackle improvement not in these huge impossible chunks. It might be an okay thing for schools to have 5-year improvement plans and those kinds of things, but none of us really live in 5-year improvement plans. We live
Right.
sort of day to day. And so sometimes I describe this as the someday Monday dilemma. We want our schools, our teaching to be a lot better someday, but we can't send all the kids home for a few weeks and retool everything. Like the only improvements that we can make are the ones that are feasible to do by Monday. So we have to figure out how can a series of small shifts lead to bigger kinds of change. And that means being deliberate about those small shifts. So part of what we have to do is figure out how can we find targeted areas of innovation in which we can try small manageable changes and have those small manageable changes spiral up into bigger things. How can we think about improvement less as a series of lines and narratives and more as a series of cycles and spirals? How can we try to orient our thinking so that when we're testing something, it doesn't feel like this huge, heavy burden of like, this is the thing we're going to try, but more lightweight, low cost, low time investment, find to fail kind of experiments, where through a series of those we sort of figure out the right steps. And then how can we think about how we bring lots of different voices into our innovation efforts, voices of students, voices of our colleagues, voices of community members, so that we're listening to lots of stakeholders, especially the most marginalized stakeholders in our communities, as we're thinking about trying new things. And then, so those are sort of three of the big principles in the book.